Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Johnny God back again with another review for you guys. Now, like, to be honest, I don't even know how to fucking start this chapter review off. I don't even know. You know what, man? Let's just talk about the elephant in the room, guys. Let's just talk about this shit right here. Hokushi, what is this? What's going on with this? What is this fucking madness right here? We got Deku fucking manifesting a new ability out of nowhere and shit. No, not out of nowhere, because it's been, it's not out of nowhere. You guys get what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with him doing it. It's just I have no idea what the crap this is, guys. Like, you know what? Because well, a lot of people talk, when people talk about One for All and what type of abilities can it have, a lot of people are assuming that, One for All is just taking the quirks from the previous users, because it has been stated that Nana Shimura, she had a quirk, but she still had One for All. So it's completely possible for quirks. I feel like it's possible for quirks to be passed down, but but that would be kind of boring in my mind. It would be kind of boring if we're just getting previous quirks of the users. Now, whatever is going on with this here is, I'm hoping that it's just a new ability, guys. I'm just hoping that One for All is just so powerful, it's just starting to manifest new abilities. I don't know how that makes sense in a story type of way, but I feel like that would be like the coolest way to do it. Where, Deku, he's just not going to be using quirks from the previous users. He's just going to be, manifesting new abilities. Or what it could be, guys, like the stockpiling quirk that was the original quirk of One for All, All for One, that All for One gave the stockpiling quirk to his brother, which fused with his useless quirk, which made All for One. But it's been stated that that stockpiling quirk has been getting stronger and stronger with each user. So another way Horikoshi can spin it is like, yes, Deku can use the previous quirks of the wielders of One for All, but they're not going to be the exact same quirks that they use. It's going to be the same quirk, but much stronger and much upgraded to a point where it's Deku's own quirk in a way like that. But, this chapter is not all about Deku. It's not all about the god Deku. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, Deku. It's time for, it was God Bakugo's time last week, a couple weeks ago. But no, it's time for God Deku. It's God Deku in this bitch. But, I want to talk about Monoma. I mentioned this before, but Monoma is just one of my favorite characters just overall. I find him hilarious. I think he's an asshole. And the thing is, that's why I like him, because he's an asshole. He knows how to push the buttons, in this chapter he was talking about Katsuki Bakugo being the fall of being the fall of All Might. Now, Monoma, that's a pretty dick move for you to say. I know you want to win, Monoma. I know that's what you want to do, but Monoma, that's a dick move for going there, But I like how he went there, though. I like how he really is hitting the buttons to make Deku mad. He's trying to make Deku talk, that's what he's trying to do. Alright, let's talk about the quirks that has been revealed for members of Class B. Now, I was kind of disappointed by the Poltergeist, her quirk, I remember my first video I ever did on this channel, I was talking about her and I was wondering what type of quirk would she have. I was thinking about that she could have basically the power of possessing people, going inside people's body and possessing them. That's what I got from Poltergeist, but her quirk is kind of boring, guys. In my mind, in my opinion, it's kind of boring. Because what she can do is she can manipulate objects that is close to her. And basically she can manipulate objects and she manipulate people. But it said that she can only manipulate one person at a time. Now, why do I think this is boring? Well, I think it's boring because, it's the same reason why I think Lizard Girl's, her quirk is boring. Because it's just a rehash of other quirks. There's a lot of quirks in this series where they can manipulate either their body parts or other objects. I already been over that with her. Like, okay, she's Lizard, she can manipulate her body parts. Okay, Horn Girl, she can manipulate her body part, which is her horn. Hawks, he can manipulate his body part, which basically his feathers on his wings. And now you have her, who can just guys her quirk, where she can just manipulate other objects. It's just it's boring to me right now. But then you have the size girl, with her quirk, she can make things different sizes. Now, the funny thing, the funny thing about this is, right, you guys remember that filler arc? I'm not the filler arc, but the filler episode in season 3 with the fucking ninjas, and they can make objects big and small. They basically have her quirk. I'm really wondering if the people at Studio Bones, if they even talk to Horikoshi about this, because I think if they talk to Horikoshi might be like, wait guys, let's make their quirk something different, because this girl's quirk is actually, that is what the ninja guys' quirks are, so don't use that quirk for them. Make up just some other random fucking ninja shit, whatever, because their quirks is basically what her quirk is. Now, the twin impact, this guy. For a long time I've been wondering what the fuck this guy's quirk is, and now that I know what it is, I'm completely confused about it. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I don't exactly know how this quirk is practical in battle. Like, okay, the description of this quirk is that when an object clashes, right, he can remake that clash in the same area, but with twice the impact, with twice the power. Now, I was reading that and I was scratching my head. I'm like, it specifically said in the description of his quirk, the same area. Now you're telling me if him and someone make a clash in one area, right? For his quirk to be effective and to get damage on his opponent, they have to clash at the same exact spot they clashed last time. I was thinking about it, like, how is that practical in battle, right? Because, like, it's one thing if his quirk was just like, okay, he can take damage, right, and deal it back to you with twice the impact, alright? That would make sense, right? But the quirk description is in the same area. You know what, guys? This is one of those things where in manga, it's just hard to understand what's going on in manga, because it's just drawing. I feel like if this was animated, I feel like I would get a better understanding of what his ability is. Hopefully next chapter we get to see more of his ability so I can understand a little bit more. But again, I'm really confused about his abilities. Now, what else can we talk about for this chapter? I guess I can mention that Nana Shimura had the same dream that Deku had. But in her dream, One For All basically just, not One For All, I mean, the first wielder of One For All basically came up to her and was basically like, yeah, not yet. And basically just left her alone. That's why I'm taking it, because Nana Shimura, the first wielder of One For All came up to her, was probably like, nah, not yet, you're not powerful enough. Now, he went to Deku, and with Deku, he was like, oh, you can only use 20%. Okay. And basically, he just left Deku, and Deku woke up with this fucking new power. So, what I'm thinking is, All For One is getting more powerful. You guys already know this. One For All is getting more powerful. Everyone knows this. But I think it's getting to a point where the original wielder of One For All is just like, okay, this quirk is getting more powerful, and people are getting this quirk that are not yet strong enough to wield the 100% power of All For One. So that's why he was like, that's why he went to Shimura, and Shimura, he was like, Shimura, I respect you. You have All For One. I respect it. I respect that. But the fact of the matter is, you're just you're not powerful enough yet, or you just won't be, because you're not. The true power of All For One is just not meant for you. So in my mind, he went to Deku, and he's like, okay, yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy that's going to unlock the full power of All For One. That's why Deku is starting to exhibit different traits that, Nana Shimura or All Might didn't possess yet. Because I'm pretty sure what's ever going on with him right now, with the black shit coming out of his arms, I'm pretty sure that never happened to Nana Shimura, And I'm pretty sure that never happened to All Might. So the original wielder of All for One, you know, fucks with Deku, fucks with the god Deku, I suppose, and is like, you know what, Deku, you can do it. You can. I'm gonna give you the full power of All for One, to a point where you can manifest new quirks now. I mean, I think that's what's going on. I have no idea. Now, what am I looking for next chapter? Next chapter, I want to see some Monoma and Deku going head to head, just straight up balls to balls fight right now. Also, I want to see, you know, I really want to see what that fucking power is. Like, is it, from what I see from it, it's going to help him in his long range attacks, and that's really good for him, because Deku is starting to look to be a fucking OP ass character, guys. Because first you have him, you know, first you have him basically invincible once it comes to close combat battle. Now you're telling me that he's gonna be even more powerful in long range combat, because, you know, before with a gentle arc, when he first came up with the long range techniques, you know, that it was very powerful. You're like, okay, that's nice. You know, Deku was seeming to be more powerful, but he seemed to be more balanced. Okay, all right, because the thing about Deku, I was thinking at the time was, okay, he's good at close range combat, and, you know, he's semi decent with long range combat. Now he's manifesting a new ability, which seems to be bolstering his long range combat. Now, how I'm looking at it now is, okay, well, shit, now he's awesome at fucking close range combat. Now he's going to be fucking OP as fuck with long range combat as well. So, you know, this goes back to Monoma, how Monoma was saying it. Like, I just like how Monoma was basically, he's looking at himself like a damn side character. He's like, I'm a side character, and this guy Deku is the fucking main character. This guy is fucking powerful as fuck. How the fuck are we going to deal with this guy? That's how Monoma is that's how he's looking at it right now, and that's why I fuck with him, because, you know, he knows that Deku is a god. He knows that he's a powerful as hell. So he's looking at it like, I'm a fucking side character. This is the main character, but just because I'm a side character doesn't mean I can't beat the main character of the story. That's how Monoma is looking at it right now. So yeah, guys, overall, this is a very good chapter, guys. Very hyped. I'm very interested to see where this goes, and I'll be right back with you guys next week. Johnny God out.